Welcome back to the Riverside Rink in Durham for the second semi-final of this year's Castle Eden Cup. It's the Whitley Warriors against the new boys, the Sheffield Steelers. Well, Paul Ferguson's been taking a look at the main men in both sides.
Warriors coach Peter Bender has had to contend with non-stop problems, but believes his team could just be seeing the light at the right time. Injuries and suspensions have rarely allowed his team to ice a full-strength lineup, and league form has naturally suffered. But Ironman defenseman Mike Rowe is back in action for the Warriors to make things more solid at the back. While in attack, they've an eye-catching forward in Brian Verbeek, a new import this season facing his first taste of Castle Eden Cup action. Sheffield manager Alex Dampier is the man at the helm of ice hockey's biggest success story. In less than 4 years, the Castle Eden Cup new boys have come from scratch to second in their Premier Division. The Steelers are used to fanatical support, with home crowds topping 8,000 people, and must come straight into this competition as favorites. New recruit Ken Priestley, a former Pittsburgh Penguin, has boosted their championship challenge, but their backbone is skipper Rocket Ron Shudra, longest-serving import on a real all-star lineup.
Let's give you the teams first. Whitley Warriors have Peter Graham in goal in the absence of Kevin Dean. They're proud of young talent they're developing. Paul Matthews, son of Whitley legend Terry in defence, plus forwards Simon Leach and David Longstaff. Warriors also this week snapped up Paul Windridge from collapsed Billingham Bombers. He'll play alongside imports Dean Richards and Brian Verbeek. Warriors looking to upset the odds against a really powerful Sheffield outfit. The Steelers have certainly gone for the big names. The first line has Captain Shudra and the former Wasp Mike O'Connor on defence. In attack, Scott Neal has championship form in Scotland, while imports Steve Nemeth and Ken Priestley spell real danger. Add to that, former Great Britain captain Chris Kelland and the experienced Tim Cranston, a Durham winner in '92, and it's quite a squad. Well, 500 Steelers fans have made the journey north to Durham, and they're really looking forward to this one. These two teams, the Warriors and the Steelers, though, have got some act to follow after the drama of that first semi-final. Steelers, the new boys, very much the growing force in British ice hockey, but they don't have any silverware, and they are looking to put that right in this competition at the first time of asking. A bad pass out to Leach, Longstaff, Brown, Matthews. Nearly crept through, puck was loose there, Longstaff couldn't reach it, Rowe might let fly, and that was a pad that kept that out from McKay. Wilson robbed there by Brown. Nemeth, good reactions from Graham, and again Graham with a little touch on there for Richards. Leach quickly onto it. Verbeek is there as well, and Richards finding it hard to get that puck under control in the Steelers' defensive zone. Verbeek, oh, that's a fine goal, and Warriors ahead. Oh, he really smacked that one in. Brian Verbeek puts Warriors ahead in this second semi-final, and take that, favourites. Peter Bender looks calm, but I'm sure his heart will have jumped then.
This is a rocket of a shot, a steal right at the blue line, no time wasted, let the shot go. Goaltender comes out to cut down the angle, and he's beaten on the short side. Verbeek right back at the blue line, no hesitation, let the shot go, take your chances, and look what happens.
Brown losing out to Shudra. Terry Ord trying to hold firm there, and Graham a bit of discussion going on there, I think, Paul.
Well, the Steelers, in particular Scott Neal, are saying, hey, that was a goal. What they should do is go back and talk to the goal judge, but The referee has no hesitation. Look at the grabbing here. No penalty. The shot, well, does it go over that red line? The goaltender loses it. Difficult to see.
Priestley. Oh, what an excellent finish. That was cracking stuff there from Ken Priestley. He's really sharp, this fella.
Good vision from Scott Neal. Neal laid it on. Priestley crossed over the blue and let it fly. A little tip over to the wing. He doesn't need a lot of room, and he lets that shot go into the far corner. Goaltender perhaps a little down. Neal gets it over. Nemeth is breaking on the far side. No, I thought he had good positioning. Should have come out a bit more, but that was a good shot.
Down goes Graham. Verbeek couldn't get to it. Plummer into the middle. Cranston. And again, Mike Rowe doing the work. Oh, that one's gone in. It's Cranston, I think, and Steelers have grabbed the lead in somewhat unlikely fashion. One out the blue there.
Well, I was thinking just before this shot that it was really only a matter of time before something went beyond this goaltender. They've been shooting from all angles. Perhaps the goalie was partially screened here. A wrist shot from way back at the blue line in the top corner. Graham tries to glove it down but can't get to it.
And Warriors find the one shot that really matters. Terry Ord's got to chase this one. Nemeth making up real ground. They both go flying. Penalties called.
Nemeth is so fast that Terry Ord was outskated, out-hustled, and the only thing he could do in this situation was to trip Nemeth. Nemeth, look at the speed. He's behind Ord, but in a couple of strides, he's well and truly in front of him. He takes him out of the play, and then he's brought down, and that's going to cost the Warriors dearly, because this guy has to sit for a couple of minutes. Be a power play situation right at the end of the game.
So 3 minutes left. Two of them, unless there's a goal, will be short-handed for the Warriors, who are trying to find some sort of salvation here, whilst they're going out of this Castle Eden Cup, and Steelers are going into their first final on their debut. Now, Steelers will be looking to make their passing ability count double here. See off a bit of time first, and then maybe get the strike that would wrap it all up. Nemeth. Rowe. Leach. And they've got a short-handed goal, and Leach pulls them right back in it. Well, all the neutrals are up on their feet as well. Hawks and Warriors and Wasps fans all applauding that one. That was not what the Sheffield Steelers were expecting at all. It's only their third shot in this period.
Brown gets that forward. Kellen goes after the puck and fans on it. That's all Leach needs to let the big shot go into the corner. Look at this. Kellen fans on the clearance. Leach finds the puck just inside the post to level the score.
But it's Warriors who are breaking. Terry Ord. McKay holds on to that one, and we have overtime again. Well, these semi-finals. Dampier himself applauds the match, as do neutrals and supporters of both teams, because this one has gone to the wire as well. 2-2 at full time, and it's anybody's game. One goal will do it. Peter Bender full of smiles. You know his team are one shot away from a real upset. And Alex Dampier, his first taste of Castle Eden Cup hockey, is really keeping him on his toes, on his feet, and certainly on his nerve ends. So, here we go, 5 minutes of overtime, it's sudden death. Johnny Ardell was the man who pointed the way for Durham. Who's going to do it for one of these two teams? Richards. Nerve-jangling stuff. Paul Ferguson's had his money on Sheffield, he's put it firmly away back in his wallet. Anybody's game.
It really is anybody's game, and one thing about overtime hockey is that one little mistake can cost you the game, so you have to be really careful.
Now, that's so close to the mistake. King. They're calling for the penalty there. Verbeek and McKay looking around him almost in horror, but it was the netting at the back that it hit. Rowe, Leach. The last thing anybody wants to do is concede a penalty. Leach again, and Steelers under pressure, trying to make their high-scoring, highly talented attackers come into the play here, but Warriors won't have it. Now, can they catch Warriors where they changed lines? No, they can't. Leach firing that one in. McKay knocked out of his grasp before he could kill it. Terry Ord. Kelland now.
Kellen just did the right thing, because right now the Steelers are flat-footed. The Warriors have come out for this overtime period, and they're flying, they're hustling, they're hitting, and they're playing like a team possessed.
Terry Ord trying to get to it first. Now there's a break on here. Longstaff, oh, that was a chance, and the whole Warriors bench jumped up 3 foot then. Graham lost sight of that one as well, but it was safe for the Warriors. Nemeth, Graham's big again. Ord up the ice. Mike O'Connor, seen some heart-stopping moments in his time in the Castle Eden. This is Plummer. Everybody making so sure with their defensive work. Can afford to have a go when you're attacking, but in defence, it's got to be rock solid. Verbeek losing out there. This is Millie. Oh, somehow that didn't go in. Shudra and Rocket Ron can't come up with a big one either. Well, it's double value tonight. Both semi-finals, absolute cliffhangers. What can the Warriors find here? Oh! And again, Peter Bender jumping 6 foot in the air. O'Connor just shoveling it away. O'Connor again. 20 seconds left. Priestley straight at Graham. Priestley trying to get to it first and can't reach it. Ticking away. Somebody's going to have to let go. And again, Graham. What a night he's had. That's it. Penalties now. Sudden death, and they're both alive. And do they deserve that applause or not? A standing ovation, but no end to the tension. Now it's 5 penalties each. Steve Brown then first to go for Whitley. First penalty. He's putting away. 1-0 Warriors.
You know, Roger, I think, to be fair, the Sheffield team have the firepower, but right now the goalie, Graham, for Whitley is the hotter of the 2 goalies. That was a good goal by Brown.
Tim Cranston going from a long way back then. Here goes Cranston. And Graham does it again. No goal then. 1-0 ahead to the Warriors. Cranston couldn't make it. Graham is the man. Longstaff now. Longstaff. Can't put it away. Longstaff misses that opportunity.
Again, the goaltender backing up slowly with the attacker Longstaff. He takes the shot, tries to pummel it through between the pads, and it doesn't work.
Steve Nemeth then trying to put Steelers level. He's missed it as well. It's all about the nerve, and still the Warriors are ahead, and nobody's beaten Graham.
Nemeth comes in and takes the wrist shot, I guess from about 25 feet out, and he bounces it off the goalie. Looks like it hit the crossbar and went upstairs. You don't get much closer than that.
Dean Richards then for the Warriors. Richards, and it's safe as well. McKay, it's his turn to find the save. Still the one goal in it then.
Richards comes in quickly, gets on the forehand, and McCoy stays with him nicely, gets the big leg over and the skate to make a key save.
Peter Graham then to try to deny Les Millie. Millie looking for the equaliser, but he can't find it. Off the mark, and Graham still reigns supreme. Peter Graham must think that the gods are on his pipes.
Millie takes his time, slows right down, goes for that glove hand side and misses the net completely. He really did telegraph that shot.
Leach now, and he can't get it as well. It's all down to nerve. But still the Warriors have that advantage. Only one penalty scored so far. These are not easy though, it's not like football.
Leach unable to score on that occasion.
Rob Wilson will look to put Steelers level. Wilson. And again, Graham comes up with another extraordinary effort. I'm thinking the same as him afterwards.
Wilson, I don't know why he's out there. He must do this in practice because defensemen don't usually take penalty shots. He's out there, he makes the right move, but he just can't get it over Graham.
Brian Verbeek can wrap it all up with this one. There's no way back for the Steelers if he can put this away. But he can't. And McKay comes up with the save, and there's still the one in it, and the Steelers are still alive.
Well, at one end of the rink, it's Graham performing heroics, but watch Martin McCoy here. Big save as he gets the glove out. Miraculous stuff.
So, can Graham do it? Ken Priestley is the man. He's the man with the talent and the pedigree. But he can't do it! And the Warriors go through, and Peter Graham is the toast of Whitley Bay. He's been absolutely mobbed. Sheffield Steelers could not find the penalty to count. The only man who did was Steve Brown for the Warriors. Graham's the man.
Priestley, perhaps the most experienced player in Britain today, shoots it right at the goalie. Good save, he cut down the angle.
What a hero. Peter Graham, the man who's come into the Whitley nets tonight, has pulled out the most astonishing performance, and the Yorkshire takeover has really failed in this Castle Eden Cup. It's back to the old favourites. It's the Wasps and the Warriors. The Warriors seeing off the Steelers 3-2, and it needed penalties. Two absolute thrillers in the semi-final.
There was only one man to talk to after all of that. It's Peter Graham. What a finish, Peter.
Yeah, it was excellent. We went into the games as underdogs with Sheffield Steelers being in the position they are. But yeah, it was excellent, and it's a Tyne-Tees derby tomorrow.
Pressure was really on you at the end.
Yeah, it was. Also on Martin McKay, the other goalie as well. But yeah, luckily I stopped all five, and you know, we're in the final.
Many congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Well, I can't wait for tomorrow night's final. I hope you can't either. It's the Durham Wasps against the Whitley Warriors, a repeat of last year. It's going to be a fantastic night's entertainment.